Hey everyone, welcome to your Universe Z, the place where we talk all about the Dragon Ball universe. Today we are going to go through Buu absorbing Frieza and losing control. And if you would like to see more Dragon Ball content, please leave your like and subscribe to join our Universe Z. Majin Buu's transformations during Dragon Ball were always a big surprise. As the episodes passed and changes occurred, more and more we began to wonder if there was an end or a limit to them. After all, Buu's powers are especially admirable and dangerous, so it would be a problem if he were able to consume something that exceeded the expectations of Goku and the others. But could we imagine the worst version of Buu? What would it look like? What would he need to absorb to reach such power and dimension? Let's talk about all of this in today's video. Majin Buu, later known as Mr. Buu, is the first form of Buu that appeared in the Dragon Ball series. Majin Buu has several forms, all are shown below, and all forms are simply referred to as Majin Buu in the series, but the varied forms have different names in the video games. Though he is one of the most powerful entities in Dragon Ball Z, Majin Buu is playful and has a childish personality, revealing that he destroys things for fun only on instructions from his former master, only stopping when he is told that it is wrong. Although he is playful and silly, his evil side is apparent, especially when his eyes get bigger, and steam comes out of the holes in his body. His extreme anger shows itself several times, when he is insulted, or when he starts to lose the battle. He likes to take the lives of others without remorse, though it's because he treats everything like a game. In battle, he fights using his immense size to stop his opponent. When he was absorbed by Evil Buu, his playful and childish personality manifest into Super Buu and Kid Buu respectively. During his second battle against Gotenks, Gotenks was preparing to use the Super Ghost Kamikaze attack. Piccolo showed Gotenks that Buu had already regenerated from the Ghost's last attack. Super Buu was lying on his stomach drinking soda and reading a magazine, making Gotenks angry. Also, when Goku and Vegeta were preparing for battle, Kid Buu was asleep. Buu only needs to sleep for a few seconds, much to Goku's surprise. More importantly, due to his connection with Mr. Satan, he had the influence to stop killing him as Super Buu and Kid Buu. For this reason, he also responded to Vidal's request to be patient due to her being Satan's daughter, though it wasn't enough to stop killing her. Although he takes pleasure in killing, it is later revealed that he only committed these acts because he did not know it was bad, and because he had been told to do so by Babidi and Bibidai before him. The presence of the Great Supreme Lord KO is more influential in this form than in Super Buu, who is more evil and not very influenced by Kaioshin. Literally strives to draw out the evil within himself, with the evil winning and usurping full control, and Majin Buu becoming more dangerous as a result. Buu also has a huge appetite for sweets, showing to exceed even Goku's eating habits, as Buu is still hungry after turning an entire city into candy and eating it. Majin Buu only needs to sleep for 5 seconds to get the results that Earthlings have in hours of sleep. He is extremely naive, as he was completely ignorant to Mr. Satan's attempts to kill him. So far, we know some of the canonical, almost, forms of Majin Buu. First of these is Kid Buu. This is the original incarnation of Buu. He is more powerful than Fat Buu, and is said by old Kaioshin to be the most dangerous and uncontrollable version of the being. Kid Buu assumes a muscular form after absorbing the Southern Supreme Lord KO and becomes the Fat Majin Buu after absorbing the Great Supreme Lord KO. After Super Buu loses Fat Buu, he assumes his pure form again. After a battle with Goku, Vegeta, and Fat Buu on the sacred planet of Kaioshin, Kid Buu is destroyed by Goku's Super Genki Dama. We also have Mr. Buu. After Majin Buu expels Evil Buu, he becomes completely good, but loses most of his power. Fat Buu, now called Good Buu or Mr. Buu, has a brief fight with Evil Buu in which he is overcome and ultimately absorbed by ingestion, allowing Evil Buu to become Super Buu. Although he is weak compared to Evil Buu and Kid Buu, his power is still immense compared to most other characters in the series, as demonstrated by his ability to remain equal in a fight with Kid Buu. Once he is absorbed, all of Kaioshin's influence goes into his being, allowing Super Buu to feel no form of kindness, with the exception of Mr. Buu's memories with Mr. Satan and B, which prevents Super Buu from attacking them on several occasions. After being reabsorbed by Super Buu, Mr. Buu basically represents all the power gained by Kid Buu by absorbing the Kaioshins. Once this power is removed from Super Buu, he transforms back into Kid Buu. Later, after Kid Buu is defeated, Majin Buu is called Mr. Buu by the cast. Although Mr. Buu looks just like Fat Buu on the outside, he is noticeably different on the inside. He no longer gets angry and all the evil tendencies seen in Fat Majin Buu are no longer present, and he is now completely good. Evil Buu's form is especially eye-catching. This form represents all the evil within Buu. His entire body is purple, unlike the other forms of Buu which are pink. This form is more powerful than Fat Buu, allowing Evil Buu to absorb him after a short battle and form Super Buu. We also had the Great Kaioshin manifesting through Buu. Thanks to Meru's releasing Buu's memories during his time as the Great Kaioshin, Buu releases the Great Kaioshin's hidden power that he possessed and also gains the ability to transform into the Great Kaioshin. However, Buu does not possess all the divine power that the Great Kaioshin possessed, as most of that power remained with Kid Buu after his split. In addition to these, we were introduced to the character's fusions. Super Buu is the result of Evil Buu absorbing Fat Buu. This form specializes in absorbing enemies, such as several of the Z warriors, which results in a massive power increase. In the anime and manga, Super Buu is formed when Fat Buu is absorbed by Evil Buu. After saving OOB from an attack by Baby, Buu explains his past and says that he and OOB were previously just one being. He then proceeds to merge with OOB, creating Super OOB, a more powerful version of OOB. In Dragon Ball, Xenoverse Towa uses his dark magic to give Majin Buu the power to become Dark Majin Buu. Appearance changes somewhat, with him gaining a black aura. He fights Goku Super Saiyan 3 along with 2 clones of himself. Knowing that Buu is able to transform into what he absorbs and become too powerful for our liking, I wonder what would happen if he could absorb or merge with someone like Frieza. After all, we know that he is not only one of the most powerful currently in Dragon Ball, but he also always reveals more and more different and more amazing forms one under the other. And with that in mind, what would happen if Buu absorbed Frieza? Perhaps, due to Frieza's personality, he could possibly lose control of so much power, generating a minimally visually curious. However, more than its strange appearance, we should highlight here the power contained in this body. Depending on the form acquired, it could be really possible that Buu would lose control of his powers and transformations, generating not only an evil form of this character, but perhaps something practically unstoppable, a real killing machine. He would then have the worst version of Buu ever. First of all, even for his race, Frieza was born with a great amount of power, just like Broly. Even in his weakest form, he was already capable of destroying entire planets, so he was practically regarded as a god of destruction to weaker creatures. Just to give you an idea, Frieza was so strong that even Beerus was surprised when he found out that his minion had been defeated. Frieza was already considered one of the strongest creatures in the universe without ever having trained. Imagine how far he could get if he had dedicated some of his time to training. Now, just imagine if this power at its peak was consumed by Buu. To imagine that would be taking us into too absurd a circumstance, because we don't even know if anyone would be able to stop him completely in this new form. But what about you? What do you think the form in which Buu absorbs Frieza could look like? How powerful would it be? Leave your opinion in the comments. That's it. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions for videos, don't forget to comment here below, because I'll be reading all of them as I always do. Also, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any content from your Universe Z.